Hey everyone, Rho here. Today we have a fun one, as we discuss the ever enigmatic and mysterious Alpha Legion. As we ask the question, is there truly a third head of the Hydra? General spoiler warning to begin, as we will be discussing events from across the Warhammer 40k universe, so you have been warned. But with that said, let's just jump straight in. Okay, now as you may remember, a few weeks back we had a discussion about the Lost Primarchs, and in that I briefly speculated a theory that hey, maybe the lost two Primarchs were actually Omegon and a third twin, or okay, a triplet if you will. And obviously that would make a third head of the Hydra, as many have speculated about over the years. And well, this little throwaway comment has been playing around in my mind. Could there really be a third Alpha Legion Primarch that many people have speculated about over the years? As always, when we head down theory tunnels, these are of course very unlikely. And it's just about having some fun discussion. Now we are unashamedly and undoubtedly diving into Tin Pot Hat theory territory here. So feel free to throw in all your craziest Alpha Legion theories in the comments below. So, is it possible? Well, while I don't think it's likely like I said, I have to say I'm more inclined to say yes now than I ever have been before. Everything we know of Alpharius is very different from just a year or so ago now. If you haven't read it yet, I absolutely recommend his Primarch series novel Alpharius Head of the Hydra, because when you read that, everything you've known about the Alpha Legion will truly be thrown on its head. As we have always known, Alpharius was long believed to be the final found Primarch. But as in true Alpha Legion fashion, can the truth always be believed? Ultimately, what we do know, however, is that Alpharius reunited with his long-lost twin, and upon this reunion decided to keep his twin's existence secret, keeping it secret from everyone save themselves, and this included the Emperor of Man. It's down to your own personal opinions whether or not you believe the Emperor is aware of Omegon or not. Were they created within the lab, or created through some warp influence as the capsule was scattered? This we'll most likely never know for sure. Personally, I believe regardless the Emperor must know of Omegon's existence. This is the guy who sensed his sons still living across the galaxy. The man who looked all the way to Macragge from Terra when Malkador mentioned the lion heading to see Guilliman. I just can't believe there's no way he absolutely didn't know of Omegon as well. But I digress. Regardless, with so much of the Alpha Legion's existence and indeed their Primarchs riddled up in secrets, it really does make a third Primarch at the very least conceivable. It's just a matter of how this could have worked out. Now, if you prescribe to the idea the Emperor did create the twins, and thus a third brother as well, it would tie in nicely to the two lost Primarchs theory, that in truth these twins were all destined to have their own legions. However, Alpharius and Omegon's actions upon their reunion scuppered those plans, and thus when the third brother was found, he too was merged into the Alpha Legion, becoming just one more Alpharius. So with that in mind, the two lost Primarchs were in essence quite simply a cover story. It was all just another lie to cover up the secret that the two were Omegon and the third found brother. And in this theory, the Emperor of Man and Malkador were entirely complicit. So if we're going to go down the road that the third Primarch did make it back to the Legion, and on his own terms, when and how could this have been? Well, there's a couple of theories in particular that I've heard that I like. One was that you'd have to expect this to be after Alpharius' reunion with Omegon. So we're talking possibly within the heresy itself, or maybe even after. There are reports of Guilliman killing Alpharius within the Scouring, after he's already confirmed as dead at the hands of Rogel Dawn. Is this Omegon, who fell to Guilliman in the battle, or perhaps a new Alpharius, reunited in secret with Omegon after the first Alpharius' fate? Let's be honest, it's certainly gone very quiet on the Alpha Legion front. It's a fun one to think about. However, the second theory, which is very Alpha Legion, is there was actually two Omegons. That when Alpharius reunited with his brother, it wasn't one brother he reunited with, but two. And I actually like this one quite a bit. I've scrolled through my old Instagram messages and I can't seem to find who it was that sent this one. It was a long time ago now. But if I had to pick a third head of the Hydra theory, I think I would definitely go with that one. Now, was Alpharius aware of it or was he not? That is a good riddle to consider. That as much as Alpharius likes to keep his secrets, so does Omegon too. That as Alpharius stood in the shadows as Omegon reunited with Horus, that maybe so too another brother stood in the shadows as Omegon reunited with Alpharius. Man, when you talk Alpha Legion, it gets so confusing. Secrets after secrets, theories after theories, and riddles after riddles. The simple truth of the matter is honestly the heads of the Hydra, in more or less a certainty, do not symbolize 3 Primarchs. Quite simply, no matter how many heads of the Hydra you cut off, there is always another. And that is the true nature of the Alpha Legion. Alpharius is dead, but long live Alpharius. There will always be a Marine to take Alpharius' place. He won't be a Primarch. He will just be a Marine. But that element of doubt will always be there. That maybe that secret, that untold secret still lives. And that is the very essence of the Alpha Legion. We just won't ever know the truth for absolute certainty. However, there's one last third head of the Hydra theory before we go. That perhaps the third head never reunited with Alpharius at all. That while Alpharius reunited with Omegon, the third brother was not found by Alpharius, but by the Emperor and Malkador. That this was how they exposed Alpharius' secret, and thus this third brother was infiltrated into the Alpha Legion, unknown to Alpharius, upon the Emperor's order. How Alpha Legion would that theory be? An absolutely crazy theory, but definitely a fun one to think about. However, as always guys, what do you think? Do you prescribe to the theory that maybe the 3 heads of the Alpha Legion the 3 heads of the Hydra, do actually prescribe to be 3 Primarchs? And if so, what's your personal theory for that to be? Which ones over the years have you heard that maybe you think have a kernel of truth? For me personally, I find them all incredibly unlikely, but definitely fun to think about. And with it being the Alpha Legion, there always remains that smallest kernel of doubt at the back of your mind. That maybe, just maybe, there was a 3rd brother. And that maybe now he still lives to this very day. As always guys, leave your thoughts in the comments below, I love to read them. Huge thank you to all my subscribers, your support truly means a lot to me, it really does. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. And with that said, I am off and I'll see you all again real soon.